What's up guys, I'm Donovan, you're watching Kitchen King 101 and today I'm going to show you how to make my famous hot honey chicken tenders and mac and cheese. Just stay tuned, you're going to be hungry. I think you guys are really going to like this. It's very easy to make, very quick, and you can find the ingredients at any of your local stores. So first things first, I put water down to boil for the mac and cheese. That takes about, I would say, 5 minutes at least. It's boiling now. I'll just grab the chicken out of the fridge. Alright, this is our bird, yeah? Get rid of the slop. Like I said again, you could buy the chicken breast or the chicken tenders. I just chose to do it this way, right? Let's find our knives. I would suggest if you choose to do it this way, you have a really sharp kitchen knife. This is my knife of choice. So make sure she's sharp. Give her a little sharpen. Alright, so the bird. So we just want to get the breast off of this, right? So go this way. Yeah, so just basically follow that breast line. And slightly guide your knife on the breastplate until you hit the wing joint. I'll just put that there. I'll do the other one. Breastplate. Right across the wishbone. Put your fingers in there to guide her off. And disconnect from the wing joint. Put that baby over there. I'll just show you the rest real quick so you don't waste the actual bird. Just knock her out. Alright. And we're good. The rest of this you could use for chicken stock. You could make a soup with it. I actually like the chicken box a lot. You could, you know, season it and roast it down. So we'll just save this. I'll put her in the fridge. Okay, so basically I took off the wing part and the skin. The skin, and now we just have the breast. So traditionally this is the chicken tender, right? We're gonna make that into a baby chicken tender. But we want jumbo chicken tenders, so I'm gonna make them out of the actual chicken breast. So I think we could get 3 out of each one. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So when that gets battered, that's gonna be nice and a nice size, right? Just add that into the bowl. 1, 2, 3. So now we're gonna season up our chicken tenders. I just have some roasted garlic and dehydrated red bell pepper. It's just a dry mix. You could use any poultry seasoning you have. Then I'm gonna add in some chipotle chili, garlic, a little bit of black pepper, and some thyme, of course. So we added our spices. Now we're gonna add a little bit of fat. A fat is flavor. I choose to use vegetable oil or canola oil. It's very neutral oil. You could use olive oil, but olive oil has a taste, and any other oil will have a taste. But so I choose something more neutral, so we can let the spices shine through. Just a little bit. Just massage that in. Alright, so just add in to finish 1 sprig of thyme. That'll give it that fresh, herby flavor that you need to balance out different spices. Now we're gonna add our buttermilk. Also, like, so an alternative, if you don't have actual buttermilk, you could buy whole milk and just add a little bit of lemon juice in it, and it works the same way. So that's about 2 cups. So now we're gonna add in another layer of flavor. Sriracha, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. I really love Sriracha. It's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna add in about a 1/4 cup. And we're gonna massage that in. And just let that sit for about 5 minutes. So now we're gonna make the flour mix for the tenders. I have here just some white flour, all-purpose flour to be exact. I'm gonna go about 2 cups because it's only about a 1/2 pound chicken. Even 2 cups is overkill. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of baking powder. That's gonna really add some texture and volume to the crust. Your poultry seasoning, a teaspoon. Garlic, a teaspoon will just finish that out. Chipotle, you could use any ground chili pepper powder you have. I personally love chipotle. A teaspoon of that. We'll go 2 teaspoons of salt. So now that the flour is all mixed together, I'm gonna get the pot ready for the oil for the chicken. So now let's add our oil to the pot. I'm gonna bring it about halfway. So now for the fun part, we're gonna coat our chicken tenders in the flour mix that we made earlier. So it's gonna go, we're gonna coat it twice. We're gonna use one hand for wet and one for dry, so we don't, make a mess. So wet hand, let's go. I'll just show you one for right now. Dry. Gonna put that there. Now we're gonna repeat the same thing for the rest. So I'll just put, since we're not doing much, I'm gonna just take all of them out. So that's the first breading. This is so we get a really nice thick crust and it's crispy. Let me just finish these few up. And we're gonna go again. So let's go one more time. Alright, so we have our chicken breaded already. The oil is still heating up. So in the meantime, I'm gonna make our dipping sauce. I'm actually gonna toss them in it. So we have sriracha, some honey, and some butter. So we're gonna turn our stove on to about halfway heat, not too hot. We're gonna start our hot honey sauce. Stove on to about halfway heat. Take some honey. This is just some Walmart brown honey. I would go a healthy amount. It's about more like a half of the bottle, I would say. Now for the sriracha. That's gonna give it the color, and the hot honey is gonna make the honey hot. Let's take the top off actually. That's about a half a cup. Alright, now we're gonna mix in both of them. Add in our butter. I'm gonna do about a quarter cup. By the way, I'll leave this entire recipe in the description for you guys. Just add it in there. Crank up the heat a little bit to about almost high so we can incorporate it. So 2 things to remember when you're cooking pasta: always let your water come to a roaring boil and salt your water. So we just have some macaroni here. You could get any store brand you want. I'm going to do about a half of this box. Now it's going to take about, I would say, 5 to 6 minutes to cook. So I told you this would be quick. My mac and cheese does not need a bechamel or a cheese sauce. I literally just pour off the water. I take some heavy cream. It's almost like making an Alfredo. So there's no flour, no bechamel, no roux, nothing involved. No thickening agent, just reduction of the heavy cream. So I'm going to pour about a cup in there. Now this is the beginning of flavor, right? Because reduced buttermilk is butter and butter is flavor. So I added the heavy cream in. Now we're going to add in some mozzarella cheese and cheddar mix. I bought it like this. You could buy it separately and mix it, but the reasoning for this is to get the sharp flavor from the cheddar and get the stretchability from the mozzarella. So it's gonna give you a great mac and cheese. Yeah, you could just buy this right out of your local store. So we're gonna add in the whole bag. We start with a half. Mix in. I would turn the heat down. I have it at the highest right now, so I would turn it down to about a simmer, so like halfway. Grab the rest. Just mix it in. I'd actually turn it down a little bit more. Let's turn it down to like low simmer, because the residual, the extra heat is gonna melt the cheese. So now we're getting that stretch from the mozzarella. Alright guys, so now we made our mac and cheese. We're gonna plate it. I'm just gonna cook it in this here ceramic dish. It'll be fine. We're just melting the cheese. So now we're just gonna top it with the same mozzarella and cheddar mix we used to make it with to get that cheese pressed. I go healthy. I love cheese, so I'll do like 2 handfuls. Our oven is preheating at 500 degrees, the highest your oven could go. I would let it come to that temperature before I put it in, so I could just crust right away. So we have our oil coming up to about 350 degrees. Our oven is at 500, so we're gonna put our mac and cheese in to get its cheese crust. Alright, now we're gonna add in our chicken tenders. Our oil is nice and hot. Now if let's make the magic happen right now. I'm going 3 at a time right now. I'm using a medium sized pot. If you use a bigger one, you could go a little bit more. So we're just gonna let that fry for about 4 to 5 minutes at about 350-degree oil temperature. Alright guys, our chicken is all done. The frying process went great. This is pretty much the golden color you want to have. I wouldn't go any darker than this, otherwise it'll have like a burnt flour taste. Alright, let's add our chicken tenders to the bowl. Then our hot honey sriracha. Oh, look at that shit. I mean, look at that. Does it not make you guys hungry? You don't have to toss it that much. It's just like really cold already. There we go. And there you have it. This is my hot honey chicken tenders and my famous mac and cheese. As you can see guys, it looks great, but you know, looks can be deceiving, so let's taste it. Let's do the break. Oh, very tender. Just go on that ranch. Oh yeah. You should cook this. You really should. Oh, now let's try the mac. Oh yeah. Woo. You know, I think we should let the farm taste it. Are you ready? Let's go, Siracha. I really got something not too cheesy. Going in. What do you think? I don't think she's that impressed. Oh, she's reaching for it. Okay. She's not talking much right now. I think that's an approval. Oh, she's chewing. Oh, she's dancing. Thank you, Siracha. Alright guys, this was your hot honey chicken tenders and mac and cheese video. I hope this was very informative for you and added value. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with another one. Mwah.